face powder, like an icebreaker navigating the Baltic, that the two-story house with a chimney Gretchen describes, not too specifically, of course, must be her husband's childhood home. A woman with a name beginning with H? Well, her sister's name was Harriet. Could that be it? And, oh my word, she does indeed own a heart-shaped piece of jewelry. A long-ago gift from her late husband, in fact, from before he made his fortune buying and selling laws, or whatever it is people in this town do to get so damn rich. But Gretchen Acorn didn't become the most sought-after spirit medium among Northwest DC's high society set by throwing generic guesses at the wall, assuming something would be bound to stick. It takes extra effort, extra artistry, to win over the rich old ladies who reside in this part of the city. Gretchen's clients know that when they come to her, they aren't going to get the preschool crayon-drawing version of a seance, where you have to squint and tilt your head to make out what the medium is telling you they see. No, they can rely on her to paint them a vivid picture, full of detail and symbolism that gives them permission to fully buy into the belief that they aren't as alone as they feel. She's the bullshit artist equivalent of a Renaissance master, and as long as what she produces is pretty and reassuring, her clients never think too deeply about the process that went into creating it. Unfortunately, Mrs. Easterly barged in without an appointment, which Gretchen allowed only because the woman introduced herself using the magic words, "I'm a good friend of Deborah Van Alst." So she went into this seance without the usual mental dossier of information that acts as her canvas. She drops her chin, as if the weight of summoning Mrs. Easterly's dead husband has become too heavy for her mind to bear. Her head lolls for effect, which also has the added bonus of stretching out a little twinge in her neck. "I'm almost certain the problem is me," she says wearily. "I'm feeling weakened this afternoon." Also hungry, according to the growl of her stomach. Mrs. Easterly's unscheduled appearance at her little basement-level shop on MacArthur Boulevard interrupted Gretchen's lunch plans. She thinks longingly of the cup noodles still sitting inside the microwave in the back room. "I hope you're not ill." Suspicion sneaks into Mrs. Easterly's voice, as if she's now concerned that Gretchen may secretly be several infectious diseases masquerading as a spirit medium. "No, nothing so mundane. There seems to be a disturbance in the veil." Gretchen glances up as she speaks, but doesn't meet Mrs. Easterly's roomy eyes. Instead, she stares slightly off into the distance, finding a cobweb in the corner that makes an excellent focal point for moments like this. The reason, she tells herself, she hasn't cleaned it despite first noticing it weeks ago. True believers, of which Mrs. Easterly is clearly one, love this kind of drama. So Gretchen is unsurprised to see her lean forward and nod, as if she's all too familiar with the fickle whims of the veil between the living and spirit worlds. As a highly intuitive soul, I'm particularly sensitive to such fluctuations, especially on Thursdays. Thursdays don't have any particular occult significance that Gretchen is aware of, but it sounds good. "Oh, I see. Yes, now that you mention it, I also feel that something is quite out of alignment." "Out of alignment, exactly. Of course you sense it, given that lovely vermilion aura of yours." The large emerald and diamond brooch at Mrs. Easterly's throat twinkles in the candlelight, and the mink stole draped over the woman's bony shoulders prompts Gretchen to add, "But it always falls right back into place in time. Perhaps we can try again next week?" By then, Gretchen can gather enough information on Ronald Easterly to make this worth his widow's $200. Maybe she'll even cultivate her as a long-term client. Because while her initial instinct might have been to turn Mrs. Easterly away, and only partially because she's currently hangry, the old woman's penchant for real fur and gaudy but fine jewelry